Brian and I, we moved here in May of '95, and Brian was in full-fledged rodeo mode, and the last time he went to the finals was in 1996. Brian was training horses, outside horses. He was rodeoing full-time, and we were ranching. Brian started slowing down in about 2001. He blew his knee out, and then he just hazed. I don't know if he really truly dogged another steer from a horse after 2001. And then we started the mare program in 1999. We had our first sale in 2000. We bought a streak of Fling in 2003 from Jerry Sipes in Norman, Oklahoma. He was looking for that stud that could produce the horses that he rode out on the road. And it was hard for him, he thought, to find the ones, and he was so particular about the horses that he rode. Yeah, a streak of Fling. When we bought him, we brought him home, and he was a 4-year-old, and they'd taken him off the racetrack. And Brian had him, we had him 8 weeks, and Brian had him knot roping down the wall. He just had that kind of mind. He was just that kind of horse that Brian was looking for. He had the speed and he had the mind. The looks were definitely a bonus. Trula Churchill, right here at Valentine. I mean, what an honor to have her right here, this close to a streak of Fling. I mean, she did wonders with Worm. I mean, she set out there, and she was one of the starters that put Streaker on the map. Streaker has now reached 2.7 million in his get earnings, which puts him as the #3 leading sire. But the Streakers, calf rope, bulldog, team rope, I mean, they're in every area. And I think a lot of people look at the barrel racing, I mean, because that's where they've struck out the hardest. And then the second stallion, CS Flashlight, came along in 2006. And now crossing those Streaker mares on CS Flashlight, I think we're seeing a really neat cross there. And so that cross is just getting old enough to just be out there. So I think we've got lots to see in the future there.
Brian and Lisa Fulton started the Fulton Family Performance Horse and Production Sale in Spearfish, South Dakota, then later moved to Kearney, Nebraska. In 2008, after Brian was sick, the two later settled in Valentine, much closer to home. The Fultons have continued to carry the traditions of their yearly Fulton Family Performance Horse and Production Sale, selling 50 to 75 head at the Cherry County Fairgrounds.
We have sold horses to 26 states, Canada, Brazil. We've sold some to Italy. There are streakers in China. There are streakers all over the nation. I mean, from New York, we ship semen starting in January. Actually, the studs are down in Pilot Point, Texas. We ship semen all over. We ship frozen semen to Australia, Brazil, Europe, Italy in particular. We handle, or my office here handles, all the contracts for all of the foreign stuff except for Brazil. That's why, since Brian has passed, we hired a ranch manager, and he handles all the outside help. They do all the riding and all the maintenance, and I mean, it is a very hands-on, it's a lot of labor-intense work, as anybody on a ranch farm knows. And we, our stall barns, which we have 32 indoor stalls, are filled 10 months out of the year.
Well, as a ranch manager, first and foremost responsible for the horses, the family. And it starts with, from day one, from foaling, nutrition, weaning, everything that we do in horse husbandry, and then goes on through to breaking the colts to what we call a riding two, a started two. We term it a blank slate. It'll go on to hopefully any discipline, and prepare them for the sale condition, getting ready for the photographs to make the sale catalog, and then the sale itself, which is huge.
Rodeo has always been deep in the Fulton family. Brian and Lisa have shared their passion for horses and rodeo with their children Jake, Jared, and John.
They each carry a huge characteristic of their father. And Brian was very clear about with the boys when they were little that they didn't have to rodeo. I mean, that was not their main goal in life, to do what Dad did. But they had to ride and help and everything on the ranch here. But yes, I'm very proud that Jake has followed in his father's footsteps. I mean, he's got that passion of bulldogging just like Brian did. I mean, I think he eats, sleeps, and drinks it, you know. I think the other boys are just as much as interested in this place. Yeah, I mean, the rodeo thing has always been deep in the Fulton family. And Brian's passion was horses and teaching. He loved to teach the high school age, little kids with anything to do with the horses. He used to have a lot of schools. I mean, I see all of it going onward and forward, maybe in a little bit different direction than Brian, but I think he's trained us all very well to carry on his legacy here.